Hello everybody, it's Draco with Draconian Wellness. Just got out of the gym, had a good workout. Man, these card convos are becoming pretty popular, and with myself, and anyways, happening more frequently. But it's just, man, I just really want to get the help out there and the word out there, and I think it doesn't matter what format, you just got to get it out there. So today we're talking about the health crisis in America. We have a health crisis, and it's bad. Starting to learn now as I'm going through training, and becoming a physical trainer for fitness, and I took some nutrition courses, which I didn't really need. It's a passion for me, so I know a ton about nutrition. I just dive into it all the time. But it's nice to hear what the manual says, but there's a lot more to it. But I also want to say, with the health crisis, there's something happening in social media, right? People make all these social medias and TikToks and reels that everybody's absorbing like a bunch of mindless zombies doom scrolling their life away, and I know it's hard. It hits the reward system. It's fun. It's like pulling a slot machine. You gotta have some control and set yourself on a timeout from your phone like you would a slot or anything like that. So man, with the health crisis, and by the way, I don't know if you've seen, is it RFK? Man, that guy's jacked, and he's like 72. But it's so bad. And the social media, where I was going with that, is that everybody's fear-mongering. They're just putting a bunch of like fear, and I don't want people to feel that fear trying to get healthy. It's just gonna give you more anxiety. Like, it's going to make your life is already, for most people, in my opinion, even if they don't know it, it's pretty miserable. Like, you're, slaving away to another company, selling your life force, your time for money, which is what we have to do to pay the bills. But there's other ways to do it, like we talked in the last video, and I really want you to strive to try to find another way to pursue your passions and to live your life by any means necessary. If that means living more simplistic for a while, do it. But say, with work stress and you've got the kids and bills and the car needs service, and somebody in the family's sick, or you're dealing with health issues, and then on top of all that, you have all this fear mongering with the social media. And what I mean by that is, like, they're saying you're gonna die if you eat eggs, you're gonna get sick if you do this, there's microplastics, this and that, and there's nitrates in the meat and this. Oh well, there's nitrates in celery salt carrying preservatives too, and diabetes with the sugar, and processed foods, this and that. And it's so stressful, and it's so crazy. I'm looking around because all these people are coming out of the gym. I'm a people watcher. But that's not really helping anybody. All this fear mongering on social media, and these reels and TikToks and these vertical format videos that we're just swiping through, that are pumping fear and negative crap into our lives, they're not providing any real solutions. They're just saying, don't do this, be terrified, be scared, oh my God, and people are responding and giving these guys the watch time and following and etc. And there's a lot of people out there that a lot of people like that. Even at like some point, I'm kind of like, you're just pointing out all the harmful foods at Costco, or you're just pointing out, you're not giving us any answers. I wanted to provide some help and some answers, okay? Long story short, with things. Do the best you can every day. Whether that's with exercise, patience with your children, or just having one healthy meal a day, or a healthy snack. Just these little steps are what really lead into bigger things. Will Smith, who's probably not a popular character anymore despite all these craziness, don't marry the wrong woman, is that he said at one point that, building your body and building a career, building anything, is like laying one brick at a time. If you're building this wall, this fortress, that fortress has to be built one brick at a time. And you lay that brick, or that one rep, or that one healthy snack, one at a time, as good as you can. And eventually, you have this fortress that is so solid and so straight and so fortified. And whether that's your mind, your body, your happiness, your family, your financial situation, or whatever. And so the goal I just want you to think about is just doing one thing at a time as well as you can. And don't think about ahead, because that leads to anxiety. Don't think about behind, because that usually leads to depression and regret and guilt. Really focus in the moment and on the present and what you're doing at the time, and just get that one thing done. Like I've told you before in my other videos, I started with just like, I wanted to cut out red meat and some other stuff, right? And let's be honest, none of us are out buying grass-fed, nurtured, loved, whole, vegetarian grain, grass-fed, perfect, no steroids, no antibiotics, perfect, free in the living countryside cow like we used to. You're eating crap, whatever meat we're buying from the store, right? That is low grade and full of God knows and what happened to the cow, right? So like for me, I wanted to cut out my red meat, and I started saying maybe like twice a week I'm gonna do the red meat, or I'm gonna cut 200 calories, right, a week. And so you start with these little goals, or like I'm gonna do 5 dishes out of this sink, right? And I'm gonna do those 5 dishes so good, right? I'm gonna do them so good. And so that's really what you have to focus on, is just those things, one thing at a time. And eventually you really start making some real progress and real results. And if you can really bring your mind into the moment and just focusing on that, it helps a lot. Now, I want to talk a little bit more about this fear-mongering on the social media, because it is so bad. Like, there's this one guy I've checked out and follow because it's positive, where he takes the negative clips and then forms it and kind of tells you in a more positive way. And I know a lot of people are just trying to do stuff. They're all trying to do these tricks and things to get you to watch videos. But this guy really was saying, like, for instance, there was a kid saying there was no protein in a protein shake. He says it doesn't say protein on the back of the ingredients. This kid, this idiot, has thousands and thousands and thousands of followers, and they're listening to what he's saying. And in the drink, there's milk. They're doing a process where they're taking the protein out of milk, okay? And so a lot of these people on social media have no idea what the fudge they're talking about. So, and he's saying, that's like a simple example. Or they're saying, oh my God, don't eat Chick-fil-A, or you're gonna just be so unhealthy and gonna hurt your health, and you're, not be alive anymore. And it's like, we're not eating Chick-fil-A all the time. We're not going to Chick-fil-A also thinking that it's healthy, and that Chick-fil-A sauce is healthy and not fattening or whatever. It's like sometimes you're in a pinch. You got the kids from soccer practice or whatever. You're in a rush. You're trying to make it to your flight. You got to grab a chicken sandwich or something. And you can make small little things. You can get the grilled chicken. You can not do the sauce on it. There's lots of things you can do to bring down the calories. Take the mayo off of it, whatever. Use a different dressing that's lower calorie or sauce. And so it's not so much about just being afraid, like, of the food, because if you really dive into food, it gets really scary. Our food system is crazy. We have a health crisis in America more than we ever have had with the processed food affecting our health. And so the goal is to eat whole foods as often as you can, not be terrified, set little goals for yourself, and you can do it. And there's just things that I can't escape sometimes. Like, I know last night, we're eating this boiling hot, delicious soup, and they hand us black plastic utensils for my kid for a spare bowl. They don't have any metal utensils. And I know the black plastic utensils are some of the most toxic, crappy bullshit you can put in your body and kids' mouth. A lot of microplastics leak off them and stuff like that. They're pulling microplastics out of people's brains, and see, here we go, all this scary shit. And so, they didn't have any, and it's not all the time he's, eating off of those types of bad plastics or other things. And so it's kind of like, I have to be okay with it. I just kind of like, I'm like, okay, they don't have any. We just work on eliminating what we can and doing what we can, whether you're working on eliminating calories, fat, sugar, microplastics, whatever. Like with the Keurig cups, I just stopped buying plastic Keurig cups. I bought these nice little stainless steel filters off Amazon. It was like 2 for like $13, and I use those every day. I have my own organic coffee I buy from Pete's or wherever, and I just do what I can, and I just I try to eat whole foods, make sure it comes from a good animal that isn't on a crappy farm, literally with crap and pee all over it and germs and bacteria and steroids and chemicals. Just like, eat from good, wholesome foods. If it comes from a plant or an animal, you're good. And really try to just set little small goals for yourself. Don't panic over all the social media BS. Stop listening to idiots that don't know what they're talking about. I'm a certified trainer now. My brother's been training for years. Nutrition is a huge passion of mine. I've also passed a beginner nutrition certification. And doctors are not nutritionists, okay? So don't listen to even some of these doctors online are insane. And if you're eating, some good organic grass-fed eggs, and you're eating grass-fed beef, or, you go organic where you can on the fruits and vegetables, and you're eating whole foods, even if you're eating not organic stuff, you're going to have a tremendous health benefit from just eating more whole foods, even if it's, low-grade lean meats or non-organic fruits and vegetables. You're going to have a huge health benefit. And so just stop being afraid, do what you can, and you will be happy. I just want to give you some motivation on that, and hope this helps clarify all of this this fear and this health crisis fear stuff. It should be great that we know about it now, and we know what to do about it, and we can start challenging ourselves a little step by step on achieving these healthy results. I'm Draco. Don't be afraid of all this food fear-mongering. I really hope this video helped you, and we're going to get there. Free guide on how to lose 10 pounds on my website, draconianwellness.com. Check it out, please. And I'll come up with some more topics. I've got a list, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Later.